YouTube's full of side hustle gurus pitching you the same recycled things that they've never actually tried themselves. They're just affiliates or sponsors pushing out whatever products pay them the most. I'm on a mission to change that, and here's the difference between them and me. I've actually built online businesses, and I've done it at a much larger scale. And lucky for you is my NDA just recently expired, so I can actually share some of the secret sauce. For those of you who are new, I built a company called Empire Flippers, which is the largest marketplace in the world for buying and selling online businesses. When I was there, I helped broker more than $120 million in verified deals. And I'm on a goal and a mission to help other people have the same financial success. These are real side hustles that actually work. The same ones I personally started off, bought myself, or sold. So if you're tired of the BS, then stick around because I'm going to break down 5 proven online side hustles that anyone can start and exactly how to get started today. By the way, if you find this video valuable, make sure to hit subscribe because I'm putting out new videos every single week. All right, so let's talk about a side hustle that most people never discuss. It's lead generation. Now, imagine being able to get paid for every person that signs up for an email, up to $40 or $50 per lead. Now, I know it sounds pretty simple. You generate leads, basically potential customers for a local or online business. Every time you bring in a qualified lead, they pay you. It's pretty simple, right? For example, I've seen some lead gen businesses that pay upwards to $80 to $250 per qualified lead. Some of the industries that pay pretty well are mortgage brokers, people that have qualified leads. So imagine you find somebody who has an 800 credit score. They're looking to invest something in the next 3 to 6 months. So you need to collect a few more details from them. And some of the best ways I've seen to do this is through quizzes or qualifications. So you're essentially collecting and qualifying leads and then selling those to another business. Now, there's a lot of websites that do this and pay you per lead, but again, it's going to depend on which sort of niche you're in. I've seen businesses making upwards to $50,000 a month in profit doing just this. The hard part is being able to drive that traffic to the right market that's going to convert at the right price. There's some really great ways to do this. So if you want to buy an Instagram account for a certain niche and then just drive leads to that, or if you want to learn some SEO and start getting leads that are going to start ranking articles that will then drive traffic to your lead generation quiz and convert it into paid customers. This is a really great channel, and I think it's one of the channels that most people don't talk about. The next side hustle that I don't see many people talking about is monetizing websites and also other platforms with ads. Now, most people talk about Google AdSense, but there's a lot of other platforms like Mediavine that can pay a lot higher. I've seen some people just basically buy a website that was monetized by Google AdSense, and all they did was replace it with Mediavine to increase the earnings. This can increase the earnings from 20 to 30% and as much as 50%. So some other quick wins to do this is basically you've got the traffic already coming to the website, you've got the new ad platform. Well, then you can start adding affiliates and selling your own digital products to increase that profit. So imagine a cooking website that's already generating a lot of traffic. What you do is you change it from AdSense to Mediavine, and then you start teaming up and partnering to get exclusive rights to other products. You can build your own cooking recipe guides, you can build checklists, templates, and other things that are going to appeal to your audience. And then instead of getting a 20% commission, you're getting 100% profit because it's your products you sell. This can be the great way to actually go ahead and buy a business, or if you want to start from scratch, some really good ways to get traffic is to start a website and then buy an Instagram account that is going to already be building that traffic, and you just connect the two together. That Instagram account is already building up some organic traffic, but it doesn't have a really good place that it's pushing people. So you just push them to your website and then you monetize it that way. Another great side hustle that I don't see many people talking about is drop servicing or digital service white labeling. Essentially, this one's kind of like drop shipping, but for services instead of products. Here's how it works. You sell a service like web design, video editing, copywriting, social media management at a premium price. Then you hire a freelancer to actually fulfill it for less. For example, let's say you have a social media team, you have 2 or 3 people on your team and you focus on a few platforms, and you're paying each one of those people $500 per month. They're full-time for you, but they're able to actually work for your client for about half that time. So let's imagine this scenario. You've got 3 clients paying you $3,000 per month, but you're paying your team around $500 per month, and you're essentially keeping that profit. This is essentially building a small agency or drop servicing a very specific product. You can productize it to make sure that they're getting certain deliverables each week or each month. And all you got to do is make sure that you manage these people, make sure that the quality stays up to par, and that you're able to go ahead and make sure that your clients are happy. The hard part where most people fail on this is they don't understand sales and marketing and how to actually build that product to a potential person that's going to pay for it. You can use platforms like Upwork to find these types of people and actually go ahead and sell them that productized service, and you just keep the middle. The key to making this work is quality control and customer success. Basically, there's a lot of freelancers out there who just want to do the work. They don't want to go do sales and marketing calls. They don't want to actually outreach and get on calls with customers. So that's essentially your role in this. I've seen businesses making $500,000 all the way up to $1 million a year just doing this business. It's a fairly scalable business model, and you don't really need a ton of investment because basically you're not paying your freelancers until you get paid. One of my favorite side hustles out there to make over $10,000 a month is by building and selling digital products. This is going to be things like ebooks, courses, templates, recipe books, stuff like this. So you can basically spend some time and build it up, and then it's going to be passive income. All you got to do is figure out how to actually market it. And here's the crazy part. Digital products are basically infinitely scalable. You make it once and you can sell it forever, and there's no inventory. One of the ways to do this is to go on platforms like Upwork or Gumroad and basically figure out what is missing. Do research on one platform and see if that product that it's selling really well is also selling well on the other one. And what you're looking for is a gap in one of the marketplaces where you can just take the same product and idea from this marketplace and sell it on this one. It's going to take some time and research, but basically what you can do is fill that gap and then make a bunch of profit. The other thing to figure out is, hey, what are some things that are selling a lot, but the quality isn't that great? Or maybe it's something that was built maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but hasn't been updated for 2025. There's a lot of things out there that don't have that AI sort of addition. So maybe you can build a cookbook or recipe book that utilizes AI. So there's a lot of cool ways to make products better. Read the reviews and figure out what people don't like about it. And then what you do is you just improve it and then sell that and outperform the old products. Last but not least is consulting. One of my favorite side hustles that people can get started with in as little as 1 week. There's a lot of consulting platforms that I've used personally to get paid upwards to $2,000 an hour for my consulting services. Now, this is the fastest way to build a side hustle because you can just use the knowledge and experience that you already have. And again, you don't need to be a total expert if you're good with Excel spreadsheets or just a little bit better than somebody. And what I would suggest doing is figure out what industry are you good at, what are some of the skills of that industry, and then build a consulting business around this. I personally found consulting clients to be one of the best ways to increase your income, and I've seen people in as little as 1 week land a consulting client paying them $500 per hour. Now, there's the public platforms like LinkedIn and Upwork that are great for consulting, but if you want to learn some secret ones that you can only find, leave a comment below and I'll send you a list. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe because I'll be putting out new videos every single week, and I'll leave another video up here just for you.